Yes, I have.
A
Yes.
real
Okay.
gardenia.
Multiply that times 10.
Woo.
That's the aroma of this thing.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna pull one out because it's a whole stem. Where you see a whole bunch of them, like a calla lily.
It's almost like an amaryllis. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Nice,
That is
yeah.
beautiful.
nice.
And
Nice.
All right,
the,
y'all. We're gonna act like we live.
Because we are.
We are live. We know we live. This is what
preview
happened.
with
We're
the
like,
flower.
we know you're watching, but it's not about you, is it? The
We have
flowers. It's
our
about the flowers
moments, and
right
we're gonna
now.
talk about that's the ginger lily. We're gonna talk about her in
Beautiful.
just a second. Let's do a proper intro. Just a
All
little
right
bit.
now.
All right, there we are. Hello, beautiful goddesses. Welcome to Me Moments in the Morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We
I
are
need to be recording the behind the scenes because some of these conversations are hilarious.
you might need your phone
I want a
on.
flower in my hair. I want a flower in my hair.
I bought it
That
for everybody.
I
Having
know.
a Billie Holiday moment.
No, you
Did you know?
did.
Yeah.
So when I was in Belize, I just fell in love with just so many different flowers, but this is one of my favorite ones.
Mm.
This is one of my favorite ones. Oh, you want to tell us about the flower?
It has an intoxicating smell. Well, it's in the ginger
It has an
family.
intoxicating look
Yeah.
to me. Like,
Thank
right?
you.
It's perfect. And see how she just kissing your face right there. I
You gotta
love
take
that.
a selfie. Take a selfie with this,
Right? You need
okay?
a
I should,
selfie with
right?
that.
Oh,
Yes.
I do. Yes. Well, it's the
Yes.
root looks exactly like a regular ginger. It just smells a little differently, and
Mm.
it is medicinal. It'd be good for people to just search it on their own. Her first name is Haiti or Heidi.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her given name. We call her as a white ginger flower, and I think it's a tropical. I mean, sorry, it's the national flower of one of these Caribbean countries. I can't
Oh,
remember which
Which
nice.
one.
one?
I can't remember
Mm.
which one, but I'm gonna get to it because we should be able to listen. The perfume that's made, the essential oil, the essence that's made from this flower is absolutely intoxicating. But they can't get it to grow it just anywhere. So that's probably why you haven't smelt it and why you have to come to Belize to have this experience.
Have
Come to
it,
the
right?
source. Yes.
Tropics.
See, yet
Mhm.
another reason to go to Belize.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, I am so excited about today, and you know why? Because this is
Why?
my anniversary.
Oh.
I love celebrating anyway,
We
right?
have so
That's
many
right.
anniversaries. I don't even know how we keep up. So many.
I keep up with all of them.
I can't.
And wait till I learn your birthdays. Wait till I know Mountain Spirit's birthday. Wait till I learn your. Oh, I
Oh,
know yours. I know yours, Marie. I don't know yours yet, Val.
it's coming though. She's gonna get on your nerves, Val.
You're
Is she
muted, Val.
muted?
You're muted.
My birthday is Earth Day.
There you go.
Birthday is
April.
Earth Day.
There
Actually,
you
it's
go.
April 22nd. Seriously, it's
Yeah.
my
Okay.
birthday is on Earth Day.
And it's the same day as my cousin Mika. Hey Mika, it's the
Yep.
same day, so I can remember April
Yep. And I'm
27th.
Mayday. Mayday.
Yes.
Everybody got a special day.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
do. But Tracy doesn't need a special day. It's every day. There's a celebration for something. That's where
Because
the
it'll
Caribbean
give her
life
an
fits her
excuse to
so
sing the
well.
songs.
I want to transform my birthday into a happy story because it's not a happy story.
Oh,
Mm.
we changing that then.
Nah,
Yes,
it
we
was
get to
Che
change the
Guevara,
narrative.
Che
We're
Guevara
changing.
Day, the Cuban Independence, Missile
Yeah, we
Crisis,
are
a whole bunch of
shifting
stuff
this.
Oh,
that
We are
ain't
look,
redefining your
about.
wait a
birthday.
minute. But through it all, I came here. I came here.
Yeah,
I love it. So today we're talking about exit strategies, right? Exit
we
stage
need
left.
those.
Listen, and here is I'm celebrating because it's my 6-year anniversary of. It's my
She
anniversary
escaped.
Of what? What?
of
She's like the
walking,
suspense.
walking away. I walked away from nursing administration this
Um,
day 6 years ago. 6 years, y'all. It's been 6 years. So I want to say hey to my Tracy family, to all of my, the students, the faculty, the staff, all of you, I love you. Mwah. Everybody thought I was doing something, special. She going to work as a dean or something for another college.
Mm.
No, boo boo. I had to first and foremost step back and just breathe. Woo! Man,
Freedom.
that was a lot.
Smell
That
the
was
freedom.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. And so it's kind of an extension too from yesterday when we were talking about being scared, and how we were feeling about stepping out. It was a faith move for real. Because during that time, I didn't. Let me tell you how I got here.
Here we go.
Let me tell you what happened. What happened was, okay,
No,
Where's my guitar?
what had
Where's my
happened
guitar?
was
tell us.
what had happened was there was a fire in my home. Um,
Mhm.
And during the fire happened, so listen, we were all getting ready for school and work and everything else, and we all, we left like we normally do. Everybody left out the house about 8 a.m. I got to work about 8:30. I had a meeting scheduled for 9 a.m. I get a call at the very same time my meeting is supposed to start.
Wow.
And it's the security company. And the security company says, well, we're just making sure that there's not a fire in your attic because the alarm is going off. And I said, if there's an alarm going off, then there's a fire in the attic. Like, I am not there. None of us are there,
Mhm.
And so she was like, no, no worries. We're sending the fire department. We're sending everybody. We're calling now. I was like, oh my God, is this for real? And the great thing about working with great people is they just step up and they immediately, even the person that I was meeting with, she was from another institution. She was very understanding. My dean stepped in and said, the associate dean stepped in and said, you know what? You're not driving right now because I don't, we're not playing that game. And so she had somebody else on staff take me to the house. And let me fast forward just a little bit. I ended up staying in moving from a house to a 2-bedroom apartment. And everybody, we kind of just had to make do for a little while. And then fast forward a little further, I, that apartment, because of the situation of uh, I can't think of the word, but because of the sequence of events, what I was paying in rent was less than half of what I was paying
At the
for
house.
that house. So that right there is what led me to be able to step out on faith, right? Because I'm like, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna keep paying the money as though I'm paying that rent and save my money. I'm stacking my dough. I'm getting out of here because if nothing else, I need a break so I
Mhm.
can step back and think about what it is that I want to do. So, we all need to start thinking about what our exit strategies are and not just for work.
Mhm.
Sometimes you need an exit strategy for relationships,
Mm-hmm.
Situationship.
situationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a lot of those, y'all. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of those.
Entanglements.
And
All,
whatever. They
all
all
of it.
say, right?
All of it.
Yes.
Really? Yeah,
So that's your anniversary.
it's not
Yeah. So happy anniversary. Happy
stepping out on
freedom.
yes,
Freedom.
Some wants me to say, I don't know if that's completely. I don't know if you're telling the whole story there. Now I wasn't there, but from what
yeah.
Well, there's more to the
Of
story.
I
course, there's
I've
more
been
to
there.
the story. We got half hour. You want me to tell the whole story?
No. I'm talking about the story that you will never tell. Only those
Mm.
observing you can tell it from this perspective, and that's why I am going to speak.
Okay.
Ooh.
You did not enter the nursing field just for the number of years that you were working there.
Yes.
You have been dedicated to that field and that kind of caring from the day that you came into consciousness, from the minute that you could do things for other people.
Mm.
And that's what was bred into your head, as though that was your function in life. That was your only purpose. So of course it was oversaturated.
Yeah.
You went into the field like giving, like completely raw, as though this is my life mission, because we don't know that it's just a job. It's a corporate job. It's not a spiritual calling.
Mhm.
But the corporate structure takes advantage of givers like you.
Yeah.
to bring you into a system and squeeze every ounce of life
Oh,
out of you. Convince you that you need things like a house that costs twice as much as a 2-bedroom apartment. So these are the lies that I'm talking about.
Lies that coming.
We've bought into thinking that this is our function. This is why we're here. And but then if you stop and ask the question, well, then why am I suffering? It's not supposed to be a suffering position. You weren't as happy then as you are now. And so my story about you is what I have seen.
Yes.
I don't know what you did before me. All I know is that when you stopped doing it, you were happier. And you are the person that I know now. And as a friend, my caring doesn't have to go any further than that.
Yes.
I just know that this move made your life blossom into this, Tracy.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what I want for my friends. That's what I want for everyone I care about. That's what I want for every woman within earshot of this podcast, whatever you want to call it, right? And this is what we have to start wanting for each other. My last point about that is this: other cultures start their career after they leave college, not like us. Not like us.
Yeah.
And they start like this: the way you start a bird off after it's been healed from a wounded wing, right? You take it and you hold it and you throw it up in the air and you put it in a favorable wind. None of us were put in a favorable wind.
Yeah.
We just stumbled in there like like a cartoon, right? Working, having a job, going to school, raising kids, being married. It's an overload. It's an overload. And you can't tell me that everybody else had it this way. This is very unique to us. Yeah.
Mountain Spirit, that was
She has spoken.
Yes, she has spoken. And I'm thinking now about how I stumbled in with the career that I started, and I felt like, oh, I'm on the right track. I'm really on the right track, but I still was never making enough money to support myself, because I stayed at home with my mom for about 7 or 8 years after college, and it disturbed me. I remember, and I literally just shredded and got rid of this entire binder that I had. I had applied to 583 television stations and radio stations for a job, and every last one of them rejected me. And this was in this is a span of 2 years. And I was thinking, why did I keep this documentation of this rejection? And I'm like, why hold on to that? It felt so good to shred it all. But I say congratulations to you. Definitely, Tracy. Yeah, because I think when we are in our space of happiness and when we are able to give from that space, many people are blessed by it. Myself, Marie, Mountain Spirit, we're blessed by how Tracy has turned nursing actual people physically into helping them mentally, affirming, giving attentions. And that's why I believe so deeply in what you do. And that's the reason why we're here, to support and celebrate you, Tracy.
Yes.
That's so
always a nurse. You're still nursing.
That's
This
right.
is a
You can't
lifetime.
take that away from me. You can take a lot of things, but that ain't one. That ain't one.
Still,
don't want it to sound like you quit because you're a quitter, because you're not a quitter. You quit because you're a winner. Yeah,
absolutely. And I didn't walk away from nursing. I walked away from y'all's bullshit. That's what I walked away from. Honestly, because and you know how I am now, right? And I give everything my all and keep giving and keep giving and keep giving. So and I know that you're probably all the same way, and you give to these other, and those are other people's dreams that you're giving to. I want to see us give to our own dreams. Right. And so that's what I was doing. I was giving to someone else's dream. And not that I don't mind contributing to people's dreams. That's who I am. I help birth some things and bring some things to life.
Still helping birth some things.
Right? Still. So that's never something that anyone can ever take. You can't take it.
Can't take it.
And besides, they done made enough money off of me with the transatlantic slave trade. I mean, generations of me have been used to make money already. It's my turn.
It's my turn. Yes, it is though.
when I keep saying like stop asking the abuser to help you, it's the same thing with reparations. It's like you want to
Put
wait
that
for
in the
them to
chat,
give you reparations. What's wrong with you? Take it.
right?
Take your life back. And you can do it. You can plan it out. It doesn't have to be an irresponsible move. I mean, it's no excuse to make irresponsible moves. It's a very responsible thing to realize your worth, to realize you're being taken advantage of, and that you're being used to make rich people richer.
Yeah.
That's responsibility.
Mm.
We decide how we want to use our lives, right? This life is not for them to decide how to use it. It's for us. And that's the part that we haven't done. I went to all white schools from the beginning, graduated from all white schools, and I saw that. Wait a minute. Why they got it like this? I don't have it like that.
Yeah.
And so no, we're not starting out at an equal place. We Black women start off exhausted.
Yeah. Drained.
Overwhelmed, overweight with responsibility, and exhausted. And then you want me to keep going? Come on.
Right.
And smiling.
And smiling, right.
Smile while you do it. Put a smile on your face.
Yeah,
No.
hell no. It's time to say hell no.
And thank you, right? Like,
Thank you
for the crumbs, right? Not even,
no more. Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's crumbs. And that was a big thing for me too. Like, I'm doing what? I'm doing what? And this is what you want to pay me? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Until you damn near dead. Until there's nothing else left of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the system.
do it, as long as we allow them to do it. But we're so scared of letting that thing go.
It's the fear. It's the fear of the security. Yeah. What we think is security.
What we think is security, right? All
but
right.
that's what we've been conditioned that is the security. Don't forget.
Right.
For little girls, the people who love us.
That's the
Again.
And then the thing that you brought up yesterday, you're made to feel guilty. There's no guilt here. There's no guilt or anything there. Like you're made to feel guilty when you and I saw it time and time again. So let me tell you, being in nursing administration, and you have to hire in people, and people saw my heart and they wanted to do for me. And I'm like, oh no, baby, that's not how we doing this. You're gonna take your time back. You gave me time, extra time right here. So go on and don't say and quit opening your mouth about every damn thing. This is my way of giving back to you. So I'm just telling you, I'm a carer of women, and we give way too much. We give way too much sometimes, y'all. And we have to start giving back and feeding ourselves. So let me read you the message of the day. Of course, it's coming from the Slay Bible.
Yeah, yes.
Slay Bible. Somebody got their Bible so they can put it up so people know what we're talking about. Slay.
I stopped somewhere else today. Now I gotta get
somewhere else.
No, it's good. I got you. I got you. Here we go. I got it, Mom Spirit. I got it.
Oh, you got your little phone.
Okay, so
Belly's ready.
Slay is self-love awaits you.
Okay,
It's the title of a book that I have written. That's right. That's your Bible. Get you some then. I'm telling you, you need some.
No, this is the way they look in Belize. You got a US one. This is a Belize one.
Yes.
Wow.
Belize one. You need to see that one. You need to see that one right there.
That's right.
So we are reading from pages 16 and 17. It was not until I finally arrived back home, though, that another aha moment arose. Sister girls, but then, and now what? These are my two new girlfriends, just so y'all know. They did not even let me get back to work before they were at it again. I was barely off the plane from Hawaii and in my own bed before they tag teamed me, knowing I was exhausted and jet lagged. A 6-hour time difference, delayed flights, lack of nourishment, and not to mention lack of sleep. I dove into my bed and slept for like 10 hours straight. I could have easily slept 10 more if it wasn't for the calculations going on in my head. How the hell am I supposed to sleep with all of that? I remember waking up, not knowing whether it was day or night. I didn't care either way. I was still exhausted and hungry. I only cared about eating and going back to sleep. Yet here they are again. But then, slapped me upside the head with a thought. Now what? Chimed in with a bunch of numbers. Wait a damn minute. I looked up at now what and said, I thought you were supposed to be the quiet one. She ignored my interruption and kept going. It was like my brain took over and took full advantage of my crazy state of being. And I began writing thoughts and numbers as quickly as they entered my head. They took over my brain, and I was only there to take notes. Before long, I had devised a 6 month exit strategy. And in
Ah,
6 months, I was out. Let me tell you what I did. I put a counter on my phone from that day. And so, it gave me the number of days. I put a counter down, I put it on in my calendar,
good.
my 90 days, because I love the dean that I work for.
Okay.
Dean Vivian Yates. Hey, I know you're retired now. Hope you're doing your thing. She's also my Cancerian sister. Uh,
Ah,
but I put that date. Okay, this is my 90-day. I'm giving my notice on this day. I wrote the letter. It was ready with the date already on there. It was ready 6 months prior, though, right? And then I went through and I budgeted out every single little thing. All of those little things that we pay a couple of dollars for here and there, I took everything out so that I could add even more to the pot. So you can come up with your own exit strategies. You just have to take a minute to step back and think about what those things are.
yeah.
All right, it looked like we got a lot of conversation going on in the chat.
And in
Tell
the
me what's
chat,
going on, y'all. Tell me what's going on.
Well, we're just saying good morning to everybody.
good
Definitely,
morning,
Joyce says good morning. But I
Joyce.
like what she said. Sometimes you have to take one step back to make two steps
Yeah,
Two step
forward.
that's true.
forward.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
And I see
we,
Belinda is here.
mm-hmm.
Good morning, goddesses.
Yeah. And in fact, this
She's
is
in the
Belinda. She's in the
process.
process of exiting
Ooh.
bad eating habits.
Yes, see?
She
And
just cut out sugar.
I got one thing to say to Belinda.
Uh-huh.
There is no try. Either do
Just
or
do
do not.
All
Cut
right.
it. Cut it.
so we're gonna X out the trying and just
Because
say,
I love
"Hey,
you. I love you, Belinda. That's the only reason I'm
sugar."
saying it.
You're
There is
like,
no
we love Belinda. Just, and we're all doing that. And the thing is, as we were speaking and you said that now, I'm like, oh my God, that's part of our well-being. We moving ourselves from these toxic
Absolutely.
environments, right?
Mhm.
Because all of us, sometimes we think the sickness is a disease and sometimes the job is the disease. And we
Oh,
think it's something else. There's some people who get sick just walking in, just
ah,
leaving, just thinking
Yep.
about going. Sunday night is
Yep.
the most, oh God, the sickness you get
Yep.
Sunday night when you got to show up someplace you don't want to be
Mhm.
around energies that
Mhm.
just thinking about it literally
mhm.
bring on all the symptoms. And
Yeah.
that
Marie,
alone.
I used to get deathly ill and would
Mm.
miraculously improve as soon as I called in sick.
Right? Ooh, I feel better already.
Now,
It's true.
Recuperated so
It's
quickly.
true.
The last
miracle. It's a miracle.
one
And
of
can
the
It is.
one of the last jobs I was so mad at, they never converted me from a contractual employee to a full-time employee.
Yeah,
I was so upset.
that's a
And the
part on
funny thing
purpose.
is that the way it worked out, it was never meant for me to be there
Yeah.
Right,
full time. Because
Mhm.
right.
another job
Right.
came where I actually worked my gifts. Now they hired me a whole lot money to be a photographer at a major event for them, and I was thinking this is what I want to do. So yes, it's best that I stay as a contractor. And yeah, I wanted to have the full benefits of everything, but I'm still friends with some of the folks there today, and they're like, Val, it's good that you're not here. It's
Yeah,
it's
you save
crazy.
yourself. I think that's one way. You save yourself
No,
because
no.
I think the system is that's how it's set up. I had a temp job like after losing my job in I think it was '09, then 2015. And there was a job I thought this is it, right?
Hmm.
And one woman in that space, of all the people I never expected to say, she said to me, this full-time job is already set up for somebody else. You will never, you can apply, you can tell them all the things you've done because they've
Hmm.
seen you do the work. You will never. This was not meant for you. Somebody else has already been chosen, but they'll let you go through the motion
Of
to make you
course.
believe you got a chance. If you just show me you are fit, you're the right person, that you've been doing the work, as if they never see you do the work for the last few months. And so I was so grateful for that person for letting me know. And then she was like, while you here, apply for other things within that institution if you so choose, right? But also always looking for other opportunities, because there are some people get so comfortable. I see the job system almost like Survivor. Whether you watch Survivor or not, it's almost like be ready, like ready for the unexpected, right? And so whenever you think you're comfortable, the moment you feel like this is it, it's a permanent job, I got all the benefits, they're never gonna lay me off, they're never gonna let me go.
Don't
You
feel
are
it.
not safe.
No, never.
You are never safe. I don't care what your contract says, you are disposable. And that's what I learned, right? Now,
Any point in time, you can give them
anytime, there's nothing, you don't have to do something.
That's the point.
They're not lying about
Anytime.
that. They're being very honest. It's not your company and it's not your money.
Not yours.
Of
Anytime.
course you'll never be safe. Why should you be safe?
But you
It's
see
not
people
yours.
feeling safe, like it says permanent on the job, right? Like you have a
Ah,
permanent job. There's no such thing as a permanent
exactly.
job.
That's the lie.
The illusion.
More lies.
That's the lie.
Two
It's
kinds
just
of it's a slavery cell, because the permanent job that you're talking about, that involves the contract and the social security and the deductions,
Yep.
that serious employment contract, that's a slave contract. That's just the evolution of the slave trade, because read the fine print.
Yeah.
So when you're a contractor, you're actually free. You're more like a Harriet Tubman. You're freer as a contractor than you are as a permanent employee, as a contracted permanent employee.
Right.
And they want to make you think, thank you, Marie, for saying it. They want to make you think that the slavery one is the safe one.
Yep.
But the
You
truth
never
is,
think about escaping, never think about leaving, never think that you are
Right.
under,
it's
like
like
literally on a plantation.
right.
And
It's
it's-
for them.
it's for them, and it's you're the house or the field. I don't know if you're the house or the
Exactly.
field. We want
Exactly.
you to. Why we running away, boss?
I know, right? It's good here.
They treat us so good.
Going
boss.
on? What's going on?
It's good here. I mean, it takes balls to walk away from a six-figure
And
salary.
ovaries. And ovaries.
It does. Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah, that's true.
all of it.
Except that I didn't have any. They had already taken my ovaries.
Well, it's
So
and look at what Belinda says. She says she's exiting out of a judgmental relationship with a 40-year friend.
yes.
mm,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a
And
process.
see, and these exits are not easy. They're
No, they're
not.
not.
Easy. I didn't necessarily have an easy time, because even after 7 months, I said, you know what? Ooh, I need a little more money here. Let me rethink how I'm doing this. But I said, now
Right.
I'm doing it on my terms. So I turned around and I took one of those jobs as a nurse practitioner, going around and doing the little home visits, because I
Add
had
a little
a
something.
bit of control.
Right.
Add a little something.
You're the next level out. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
right? But it became part of my strategy.
Right.
It became
But
part
that
of
would have been all along. The last thing I would ask, as the crutch and excuses some women may use with the safety, and they all work together, is the personal relationships, particularly those who are long term or have a partner that have that income where you're like, I'm not gonna go because somebody else is gonna support me. So sometimes when you think you have that safety net, it takes you longer to do the exit that in your heart that you should do, regardless
Right.
of whether you're gonna get help or not. So I think some of us who are thinking like, it's all on me, I gotta make this move. Like
Yeah. So
we take that leap more, versus like it doesn't take us as long as others who have that safety net all along to say, I have a little time.
yeah,
A little time. Let me wait.
I don't know if that's so much true though. Like, yeah, they might feel like they have a little time, but then the women who are doing this on their own feel like, I can't move. I have to stay here because this is what's going to. You said it yourself yesterday, even like, this is my, bread and butter. This is my thing. I can't leave
Right.
this space. But I'm telling you, you can if you so choose.
Yeah, but I think we all have different
that
stories,
space.
and there's a thread
We do.
between them. So we use the crutch looks different. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's the job. Sometimes it's
And
a
that's my
person.
point, is we
No,
all have crutches.
Yeah.
No, there's only one story. There's only one story. No. It's either gain or loss. It's either suffering or happiness.
Mm.
It's only one.
Mm.
So it doesn't matter. You can do it when you want, take as long as you want, do whatever it is. It's either you suffer or you either go towards the pain or you go towards the happiness. That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's the only choice. How long it takes you can have a long one like Tracy. You can have a long calculated one like me. You can do it any way you want. But to actually justify being afraid It's I have to agree with Tracy. I wouldn't justify being afraid of making the choice between joy and happiness and suffering. I would not.
Yeah.
There's no
When you
such.
reframe it, I think when you reframe it, but when you in it, it's different.
Ah, yeah.
When you in it,
Yeah,
it's different.
Oh,
In
it's
I
very
hindsight,
different.
understand.
it's
You have
different.
to shift your mindset.
Of
You've been
course.
thinking this way. You've been programmed to think
Yeah.
this way. How old were you when you went to school? Preschool, stepping into primary school. Everything was designed to teach you
Mm-hmm.
to get ready. Oh, choose your. What do you want to be when you
You
grow up?
grow up. Yes.
Fighter. What do you know? Like all of these things. It's all programmed.
But
Hmm.
it really is not easy because
Yeah.
just leaving medical school after in my last year was enough. That's when I realized it, and I had a serious breakdown.
Ooh.
All that money, six figure
Oh,
loans,
Mm.
and because I was walking out on a scholarship, I was now liable for the entire tuition. So
Hmm.
yes.
that took a lot. So I had to stay in there
Yes.
and
And
continue to
that's where
suffer.
to get that's where all of it starts to
Right.
get to you.
Right. So it
'Cause
wasn't,
it's like
it's not
I
easy.
spent
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
hundreds of thousands of dollars for these two educations at Case Western Reserve
Right.
University. Not only do I have one degree from there, I have two, a bachelor's and a master's degree. You know I put some money and some I started
So
off in Tri-C. There's more money. So
it's
you
not
can't
easy.
then 20 years. Then I gave you 20 years.
Yeah.
So all of this investment,
Yeah.
right? And we think it's for naught. So we gotta stay here. I gotta just no, that is not the truth. Everything that I use there, I can use elements of it as I'm going on my own journey. But the truth is now I'm operating from my own truth and I'm following my heart's desires. I'm following my own dreams. So when I'm telling you to be selfish, damn it, I mean be selfish. Now is the time to do that.
You're like, do it and
Yes.
decide. Decide. The thing is,
Make a
once you
decision.
decide,
Make a decision.
all
And when
the
you meet that
stories.
help,
Yeah.
step onto the sleigh ground. I'm telling you, that's what I do. That's what I do. So with that, I lost the earring, and we are complete this morning.
Already?
Thank you
That's a
all so
sign.
much.
You're like, take off the earrings. The
Take them
I
earrings.
off.
have a complaint about this show.
Here
We
we
can take that.
go.
Hold
Here
I
on.
have
we
a
go.
complaint.
Come on with the complaint.
It's first of all, it's too short. That's
Oh.
all I'm
Oh.
saying.
Okay.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay. It's gonna be an hour real
It is
soon.
too short because
Too
we
short.
keep doing this part. Like it's like, man, the conversation just getting good, and here we go, stepping into the next space. All right,
Yeah.
I'll have to visit
Oh my
that.
goodness.
Any other complaints, comments, concerns?
We don't
Well,
have time.
yeah, and I want us to have more time to talk about it. And this was such a great topic, Tracy. But number one, we really want to celebrate your exit
Yes.
from
Exit.
6 years ago, because all of us in the sleigh ground, get a chance to benefit from your exit strategy. So
That's
thank you,
right.
sis. Thank you, Gordas. Thank you,
Mhm.
Gordas.
Yay! You're welcome.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're welcome. And thank you all for being with me. Thank you for just embracing this part of my journey. I love it, and I love that I'm on it with all of you. I'm loving the unfoldment of it. We'll revisit the timing of of our podcast. See, we thought that half hour was going to be good for us, but now it's
It's good.
sinking.
People are getting a taste and a dose.
Woo, yeah. So we'll continue this conversation. Come on over to Clubhouse. We can do it a little bit.
Hey, don't
This
forget the live tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Okay. We got to make a couple announcements before we go. So tell
Of
my
course.
Clubhouse folks, here we come. Here we come. So we're heading over to Clubhouse now. And tonight, and we celebrate, and we're going to continue the celebration. It's 4 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. EST. That means 6 p.m. for you, Mountain Spirit, and all of the CSTers.
Mm.
So we are doing a sip after dark. Sip, if you don't know, is slay in progress. And we want to know what you do. What do you do now? Some of you have your own businesses, and we want to know, inquiring minds want to know. We want to talk about what we're doing and how we can collaborate and celebrate who you are, where you are, and all of that good stuff. So bring your wine and chocolate because I'm going to have mine, right? And then tomorrow, We will be back here for this bright and early in the morning. But Mountain Spirit is hosting a Q&A, another one for us, for feeding the light body. If you are already subscribed to slaywithtrey.com, then you got an email yesterday with the link and everything in it. Times, all of that stuff is in there. Go check your email. I sent it to you. For everyone else, just send me a message or something, and I'll definitely get it to you. I'll get the link to you.
If you're looking to learn about opening your third eye, so the
There you go.
conversation is mostly if that's what your interest is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got it.
Talked
Thank
about
you.
feeding the light body, and I love the course. So definitely come in, dip your toe in, see if it's something that you're interested in, and we will take it from there. All right, much love to all of you. Thank you so much for celebrating and joining us today for New Moments in the Morning. We'll see you
You on the
next weekend.
playground. Hey, Cindy.
I'm trying to
All
see
right.
it
Look at all
already.
these flowers.
Much love to you all. Have an amazing